Electric cars are widely praised as the answer to reduce your carbon footprint, but experts suggest that they aren't always environmentally friendly. In fact, climate change scientist Marjan Finlayson tells Eyewitness News that while you may save money, you're not really saving the planet.
Just considering the fact that just making electric cars is actually like a carbon emitter. Once you have the cars on the road, that's excellent, but where's the electricity coming from? If it's solar, that's clean energy, that's great. Is the electricity still coming from coal plants or oil or natural gas? That's kind of defeating the purpose.
Her observation comes as the government moves to replace its entire fleet with electric cars, and the Ministry of Finance discusses building more infrastructure to accommodate a growing number of electric vehicles. This also with Prime Minister Philip Davis advocating for larger countries to reduce their carbon emissions as small island developing states like the Bahamas feel the full brunt of climate change's impact. Now, Finlayson adds that while electric cars are far better than traditional cars, she suggests coming up with ways for everyone to have access to reliable, sustainable transportation.
Where I live in Eleuthero, but people don't have transportation. Quite frankly, a lot of people you see walking around, or they have bikes, and they function pretty well with what they have. But if there was a way, if there's a means for them to get up north, there's no bus system that's set up for them. If there was a means to say, hey, we're going to introduce electric buses. I mean, of course, it's a little cringy for me because, of course, that's what the trade-off is. But the synergy in that point is at least we know that people will be able to get where they're trying to go.
And with all major manufacturers committing to solely producing electric vehicles by 2035, Finlayson additionally questions what will happen to the older models and how will the upgrading process be as electric cars continue to remodel.
You have old car batteries that leach off into the environment, that mess up soil and things like that, like the leaching from the actual cars themselves, or old car parts, they leach off into the environment, mess up soil, because people just leave their car on the road, of course, and things like that. If they're obsolete, then what do you do with the big cars that's they are just taking up space? There are a lot of things. Now we have to upgrade the cars because these cars aren't as good as the other cars. What happens to the old electric cars that don't work in 10 years, and 5 years from there, you get new electric cars. The old electric cars, what happens to them? What happens to those? What happens to the lithium battery that might be involved with that? What are we exposing ourselves to in terms of cancerous things, microplastics? They already found microplastics in people's blood. I don't know if there's enough study that goes into that.
Leah Cooper, Eyewitness News.